Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Moletrap here, coming at you with Game 3 of this best of 7 set between Liquid Tyler and EG Idra, and it has been an exciting set thus far. A lot of back and forth, a lot of good strategies, a lot of good counter strategies, some unfortunate timings for both players. In Game 1 we had Idra just, barely moments away, a good 10-15 seconds away from his plans coming to fruition. He's going to get his creep down. He's going to get his spine crawlers there. He was just starting to pump roaches, and that's when Noonie, Noonie, aka, or I should say Liquid Tyler, aka Noonie. Tyler is just his first name, by the way. He's been going by that in StarCraft 2. Engaged with him, and then in Game 2, Idra kind of going the other way around, where Noonie, if he'd had his zealots in there a little bit earlier, if the timing had gone a little bit better in Tyler's favor in Game 2, then he could have defeated Idra. But Idra just held things off beautifully in that game. Anyway, so here we go, Game 3 tie-breaking match. This is of course the best of 7, so whoever wins this game is still gonna have to win 2 more games over the other player to actually take the series. And should be exciting to see how that goes down. Tyler just going for pretty standard build here, pretty normal stuff. Gateway, assimilator, and then you get your pylon, and then you get just enough money for a core right as your gateway pops out, and you start mining your assimilator, and then when your core pops up, you've got enough gas for whatever you need to use it for. Need to get a second gas if you're going to go for like heavy Stargate play or something like that, but one gas is just plenty for, and Idra getting his expansion down pretty easily. I'm surprised Tyler didn't harass that a little bit more. Oh, okay, maybe because he got his pool down first, so that may have been what happened. Actually, never mind, I should have been paying attention to that. I apologize. What probably happened is that he was delaying the expansion so much with the probe that he decided to put the pool down first. Just a hunch. I think for probe harassment we can skip it and not jump back to see what happened. Anyway, but either way, Idra's gonna have a little bit less of an econ-based build than he did last game. He had very, very high econ build the last couple of games. At least that's what he's trying to go for the expansion first. This time a little bit slower, but this is a 2-base map as well. Sorry, 2-spawn map. So it's not as surprising because you're always going to be worried about a rush when the other player knows exactly where you are at the beginning of the game. You never know. Anyway, yeah, and so now with he's got his second gas up, he's going to be able to start putting out stalkers here. That's really interesting, actually. I like that. He's got the Zealot in the gap. He can just keep that there. Zealot's not going to be able to do too much good with some Zerglings around, because it won't be able to micro as well. I could be able to accompany the stalker. Anyway, and then he's actually pumping stalkers out of here. I wonder if that stalker's going to pump out on this side. We'll see in just a moment. Nope, it pops out on the right side. Cool. Yay, pathing. Anyway, here comes that stalker in here to try and do some harassment. It's going to get attacked by these Zerglings, but he is going to be able to attack and fall back and kite away from there and just do some damage in general. And second queen coming down as well just to try and stop more harassment. Idra being forced to make several Zerglings here just to defend. And we got 2 stalkers coming in here. Tyler really putting the pressure on here. Oh, is he going to... Oh, he gets the creep tumor. Nice. Snipes that creep tumor and falls back. He's only lost the shields on this stalker. That was beautiful, and that cost him a lot of energy. That was a 25 energy that he could have used for a spawn larva, but he tried to get his creep tumors going early instead, and has now lost out on that spawn larva possibility. What has he got going down over here? It looks like a roach warren. Very nice. The lair is morphing as well. Roaches pretty good against stalkers, if that's what he's just going to go for mass stalkers here. Oh, there we go. Blink. That's what I was hoping for last game. With all those stalkers, Blink in the mix is almost done researching now. I should have spotted that on the prod tab earlier. Uh-oh, some Zergling counterattack coming on here. Uh-oh, he's going to have Blink in just a moment. Does he want to reveal his Blink, though, in a defensive stance? It looks like he's not going to reveal Blink just yet. But anyway, Blink is going to make him so ridiculously effective against these roaches. Lara's up. Idra needs to get that speed on those roaches, or needs to get a Hydra Den. Because he needs one or the other to compete against stalkers with blink. Even with speed upgrade, even on creep with speed upgrade, roaches are it's really difficult for them to deal with stalkers with blink. They can just blink out of the way so easily. They can take pot shots. They can blink back. Especially if microed perfectly, which Nooney is capable of. Such a good player, but a lot of Zerglings coming in. He needs to make sure he doesn't get mobbed. Looks like oh, nicely done. He's gonna blink them out of the way. Actually, blink them down to the low ground, so they can't take more damage. That was beautiful. And now he's actually gonna be able to blink his units back up, form them into a nice clump again. And now he has a good clump of stalkers that can actually fit in that gap so they don't get completely surrounded. Again, using the blink to blink the ones in the front back out of harm's way, saving them from being killed. Look at this one with 3 hit points left. Now in the midst, actually probably going to get capped there. But yes, but using them to fall back, blinking and falling back, blinking and falling back. And you can see how they're able to get close and close and close, but it's blinking them out of the way is enabling Tyler to do so much damage and save those, oh man, it's blinking in this time with the aggressive blink to try and pick off those roaches while their numbers are thin and while their hit points are low. And this is really bad for Idra. Idra trying to pull out all the stops, trying to pump out as many roaches as possible. He really needs to kind of sit back and mount his forces, though. If you send your forces in piecemeal like that, it just doesn't do any good. He needs to almost just keep some forces on the top of the ramp, I think, because here he comes in with almost a last-ditch attack. The Queen, the drones, the Zerglings coming out, the Stalkers just blinking right out of it. And Idra GG's and leaves the game. Wow, beautiful play by Tyler. Nicely done. And look at that, the Zealot still just chilling in the gap, just in case of a counterattack. This Zealot could have held the gap, and he could warp in some Stalkers behind it or something like that if need be, if there was a counter. But wow, so Idra just getting basically out microed, and again with the timing attack, because Idra. Yeah, he basically, same sort of build that he did the first time around. 2 bases, get a little defense, get a few Zerglings, drone like crazy, and then go mass roach with 2 queens spawning larvae. Looks like he's almost got it down to a science as far as how many drones he needs just to mass roach or something like that. And Tyler goes in at just the perfect moment and starts microing like crazy. And almost gets defeated the first time, the first attack, but with some beautiful blink, saves his units, and that's pretty much what it came down to, is blinking around to save all those units. He had a lot of Stalkers left, and Idra's roaches were just too few. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this game. Let's move on to, and yes, I know which game number it is this time, let's move on to game 4.